Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello dear students, in this particular module, in this particular video, we will be discussing what is TIN, that is basically Tax Information Network. So in this case, in this module, we will be discussing about TIN. So let us start. So what is TIN? What is TIN? It is basically Tax Information Network. So you should always remember this abbreviation commonly used these days. So first of all, kindly note that TIN basically it is the initiative. Basically, it is the initiative made by, you may say, Income Tax Department. Made by Income Tax Department. So it is an initiative by Income Tax Department, and the main motive, the main purpose of you may say TIN is the modernization of current system for collection, processing, monitoring and accounting of direct taxes using IT. Kindly note that IT has a very effectively revolutionized, great revolution is there due to IT in each and every field, be it health sector, be it insurance sector, be it financial services sector, even in, you may say, manufacturing sector, even in, you may say, in every sector. You may even imagine, you will find that IT is there. IT has entered, robotics is there, and you will find that in near future, and we will be witnessing various new changes only due to information technology. And believe me, it has simplified the work of income tax, and various praiseworthy efforts have been, you may say, sincere steps have been taken by the government in order to improve the functioning of tax administration, and as a result of it, tax administration has really improved a lot. So once again, it is an initiative taken by the Income Tax Department of India. For which purpose? In order to modernize the current system of four things you should remember: collection of taxes, processing of taxes, monitoring of taxes, and accounting of taxes by making maximum use of IT, that is information technology. Now, again, kindly note that TIN, it is basically a repository of nationwide, countrywide tax related information. So that will be kept in this particular repository. It provides a number of services, a number of electronic services, online services through its TINFC. And what is TINFC? Tax Information Network Facilitation Centers. These centers are scattered all over the country. These centers are scattered all over India. And one thing you should note that TIN, as we say, facilitation center, as we say, these have been established by NSDL E-Governance Infrastructure Limited on behalf of Income Tax Department. In brief, I have written ITD. So they have NSDL E-Governance Infrastructure have developed such centers on behalf of the Department of Income Tax. It should be kept in mind. Kindly note that what are the subsystems of TIN. Mainly in case no such division is there, but for the sake of simplicity, in order to, first is, you may say, ERACS. What is the full form of ERACS? It basically stands for Electronic Return Acceptance and Consolidation System. That is ERACS, Electronic Return Acceptance and Consolidation System. That basically it consists of an infrastructure for the interface with the taxpayers, and basically it is a countrywide a network of 10 FCs. I have already mentioned the full form. Tax Information Network Facilitation Centers all over India, and a web-based utility for uploading of returns, uploading of electronic returns of basically TDS, tax deducted at source, and TCS, tax collection at source, and annual information return to the you may say central system of 10. And it is due to the IT orientation only that I have mentioned in earlier video also, that the scrutiny assessment, the cases, the income tax returns selected for detailed investment, that percentage is going down and down. It is because of that now data mining of income tax department is very strong. Let us take the case of securities transaction tax. It is very, you may say it is nominal tax, is just nominal rate of tax is there. But in fact, income tax department is in a position to know the entire details by going through just that amount that has been collected by the department from the assessee on account of his or her securities transaction tax. So data mining it has become very efficient. And once, believe me, once information technology is used to the maximum extent possible in department, then it will facilitate, it will be useful, it will be very beneficial to the assessee as well as the income tax department also. So let us continue with the 10 subsystems of 10 we are discussing. Now, second is online tax accounting system, known as OLTAS. OLTAS, you may say, online tax accounting system. What is OLTAS? It is basically there for daily uploading to the central system the details of tax that has been deposited in various tax collecting branches, so that will be automatically updated. Now next, dear students, kindly note what are the various services which are provided through TIN FC. Now I think by this time you are already aware what is TIN, Tax Information Network, we are already studying, and what is FC, facilitation centers that have been scattered all over India. These are there working on pan India level. So what are the services? Now let us discuss. First is acceptance of electronic and physical returns relating to which activity? Acceptance of electronic returns as well as acceptance of physical returns relating to TDS, that is tax deducted at source, and TCS, that is tax collected at source. So these returns are basically accepted in both the ways. Now next is it is related to basically new PAN. New PAN. What is PAN? I think you are aware. You should be aware, being income tax student, that is permanent account number. And you see sometimes some mistake is there, some changes are required to be made in the PAN. So even those applications relating to a change in PAN, these applications issue for the processing of new PAN as well as for change request applications relating to PAN are handled in an effective manner by TIN FC. So this is again the major service that is provided through TIN Facilitation Center, Tax Information Network Facilitation Center. Kindly note. Now, dear student, like PAN, we are having another account, that is TAN. Now, what is TAN? Tax deducted account number, tax collection account number, or it is basically it is used for TDS and TCS activities, and it is related to, it is simple, one TAN number is required for both the activities. It is needed, it is therefore you may say TDS, and as well as it is needed for TCS activities. No different TAN is needed for TDS and for TCS. And what our purpose in this case is, it deals with processing of new TAN, that is regarding issuance of new TAN number, and it also deals with the changes in TAN. Changes in TAN may also be there. Then it deals with annual information report. It deals with that. All annual information report is accepted through these TIN, and it is also one of the major services provided by these facilitation centers. Then acceptance of Form 24G. I will be telling you more about that in the coming slides. So it is also accepted. It is also accepted at these facilitation centers. Now, next, quarterly statement status. Quarterly statement status. Kindly note, one thing you should keep in mind, dear students, that in case someone is deducting tax, or let us suppose now from 1st of October 2020, various TCS provisions have, new provisions have come into force. And now the, you may say, scope of TCS activities has been increased, it has been widened. So facility has been provided for deductors, or to you may say deductors in case of TDS and collectors in case of TCS, in order to verify the status of eTDS, that is electronic TDS, electronic tax deducted at source, and eTCS statements, which have been submitted to these TIN FCs, these tax information network facilitation centers, by just providing the TAN, that is tax deducted account number or tax collection account number, and by providing one TAN is needed, and then respective PRN. I think PRN should also be clear to you. It is provisional receipt number. So by way of that, we are in a position to verify the status of these statements. Now, e-tax payment. Kindly note that facility to pay tax. Now you know that tax can be paid through electronic mode. Taxpayer can fill up the form, taxpayers can fill up the challan, and by way of just click of mouse, and by way of having, in case you are having net banking, you are in a position to pay tax electronically. You are in a position to pay tax online. And but what is basically needed, that I have already told you, that first of all, it is but natural that account should be there, and secondly, you should be having net banking or a debit card of the selected bank. So this is needed in only in order to pay the tax. And believe me, it is very easy. It is very easy, and it is very user friendly, and we should congratulate the income tax department for that. That really the income tax payment facility is very user friendly. Then OLTS challan status inquiry. OLTS challan status inquiry. Basically, it deals with the we are in a position to make an online inquiry regarding the status of challans which have been deposited by the taxpayer, which have been deposited by the assessee in you may say designated branches of banks. So what is the status? In order to know that status, in order to know the status of those challans which have been deposited in banks, we may use this facilities, that is OLTS challan status inquiry. So it should also be kept in mind. Now, what are the services? I have already told you. I'll discuss once again. Services are PAN. I have already told you. Facility to apply for PAN. Facility to change PAN. A reprint of PAN card with existing or new details. I have already told you that in case some changes are required in PAN, then again these services are provided. Status inquiry is there regarding OLTS, regarding change, and then TAN is there. Apply for TAN, we can apply for TAN, and we can change some particulars in TAN. We can have a reprint of this TAN allotment letter, and it may be with existing or revised details. Now, kindly note, when we are discussing services only. No such provisions are there relating to tin. No such chapter you will find. These are basically collection of various activities that are going on in online mode, through an online mode, through electronic mode. Now, service may be ERI. Now, as you know, in email that is electronic. Similarly, here E stands for electronic, and RI stands for return intermediary. What is meant by ERI? So kindly note, a return intermediary, electronic return intermediary is basically an entity that is authorized by the income tax department to electronically file ITR, that is income tax returns, on behalf of taxpayers, on behalf of assessees. So that is ERI. So when somebody wants to register as per norms, somebody wants to register as an ERI, then it is there. This facility is provided by again by 10 FCs, Tax Information Network Facilitation Centers. Status inquiry regarding online PAN verification, I have already told you. Regarding facility to verify PAN online to authorized entities. Kindly note that you might have experienced that when you buy, in case let us suppose you buy some mutual funds through various operators like Carvi, or you may buy some shares, mutual fund units through CAMS. In that case, when you buy online electronically, you buy such mutual funds, then you get a message. You get a message from that concerned mutual fund that this your PAN number has been verified by so and so entity, so and so entity. So that facility is ultimately linked with this tin FCs. So kindly note, it is the facility to verify PAN online to authorized entities. So those entities are in a position to verify your particulars, and in case everything is in order, your case will be processed accordingly. It should be noted. Then status inquiry, I have already told you. Form 24G. Kindly note, TIN centers, TIN, Tax Information Network Facilitation Centers, also receive Form 24G statements from account offices, and they upload them to the TIN central system, so that the services, so that the accounts may be updated accordingly, and no you may say problem is faced afterwards. Now the last is e-proceeding facilities. Kindly note that nowadays even faceless assessment is there, and various other e-assessment is there, and ultimately they are basically promoting IT. They have become possible only due to the implementation of various IT tools. Now, e-proceeding facility. Kindly note that e-governance initiative, in order to facilitate conduct of assessment proceedings in an electronic manner, but in order to do that, effective IT system, effective IT infrastructure is needed. Again, kindly note, CBDT, the apex body as far as direct tax in India is concerned, CBDT has made it compulsory, it has made it mandatory for the officers working in the income tax department to take recourse of electronic communication for all limited and complete scrutiny. That means for this purpose, the assessee will not have to visit personally the office of income tax department, and they have been these officers have been compulsory. You may say they have been directed to take maximum benefit of such facilities, IT, and it will be beneficial to assessees as well as to the department also. Assessee will not have to move, will not have to go to that center. But one weakness is there. Sometimes when some documents are required, but practically speaking, the space available, the size of file that may be attached in order to send these documents, the size of file is very small, particularly in appeal. So it should be. I think it is in the initial phase, that is why this problem is being faced. As the time will pass, and more efficiency will come into the system, and income tax department will be increasing that size, that file of the size that can be attached by the assessee. So let us hope for the best. Then various instructions and various notice formats which are issued for conducting scrutiny assessment, these are basically issued through an electronic mode, and I have already told you that it is so. And kindly note that as a result of IT orientation in income tax department, even the percentage of income tax returns that are you may say that are picked up for detailed investigation, for so you may say, sorry, scrutiny assessments, that is going down. I have already told you that is going down, and it may be due to the effective data mining being done by being maintained by database, effective database maintained by the income tax department, and they are getting each and every information, they are getting detailed information through that mode. So that may be one of the reasons. So dear students, that was all from my side as far as TINFC, tax information network, or tax information network facilitation centers are concerned. And one thing is clear, that once digitalization of you may say each and every activity in income tax, that will be completed. It is not so that it is in the initial stage. It is rather at a very advanced stage. But once it is fully completed with the help of various IT companies like TCS, like Wipro, like Infosys, then it will be very beneficial. It will be very beneficial, and each and every activity will be done by the click of the mouse itself. So let us hope for the best. And thank you. Thank you very much, dear students.